Piece Burning Blood video. My name is Silvokiji or Silvokiji, and this is the Zone Gaming Go. So today we're going to be doing a meta news video. It's been a very long time since we actually done meta news. I believe it was before the Fortune Cup tournament. Now, this episode of meta news is going to be talking about the upcoming mid for season 5, as well as the new tournament coming out, which is going to be the Zero tournament, popping up at the end of December and like before January. We haven't actually decided a definite date. There is one date on Discord, but it isn't 100% definite. So we're still kind of deciding that option here and there. So I'm going to go ahead and go with you, or explain to you exactly at the beginning of what we talk about in meta news videos. We talk about basically the characters that are going to be popping up in the end of the season in the Zero tournament, because Zero tournament will be done a lot differently. It's going to be a solo and pair. It's a whole new concept actually, and I am here to tell you the rules. We are not going to discuss the rules yet until we get past the initial part of the video, which is going to basically talk about the most used, or not most used, but like most maybe seen characters will happen in season 5, as well as the most maybe seen characters in terms of season 5 as well. If you also have any suggestions for any characters or team building you want to actually talk about, please let me know. And if you have any questions, let me know as well. I do have ASAP and Rohawk with me. They are on mute at the moment right now, so they can't actually say anything for you. But if you have any questions, or if they have any questions, please let me know. I do ask that they actually take themselves off mute, and now they can actually properly come into the game. Or its video. So hello, Rohawk.
Hurry up, Rohawk, so I can say something.
Hello?
Hello, this is ASAP.
Just lost momentum there, I see. But if
messed it all up.
I mean, I thought, yeah. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter who goes first, ASAP.
If one of you can, please copy the link to this video and try to like put it into the Discord channel. That way people can actually follow it and see actually what's going on. Questions encouraged. So that's kind of like one of the main things here. So as you guys know, the Zone Gaming Go, in terms of One Piece Burning Blood, has been through 4 seasons. We're currently in the 5th season here, and a lot of diversity has actually been shown in terms of season 4, and then coming up in season 5. It's been insane. We have a couple of new players, and we have a couple of players who had to abandon all terms and go on hiatus, or perhaps kind of leave One Piece Burning Blood behind, and that's okay, because you know, you win some, you lose some. So the Fortune Cup, not necessarily a tournament. It was something special for Fortune since he was going on hiatus, so we kind of did that tournament for him. So it does count towards Season 5 meta, though. The Let It Ride tournament does definitely count because there was a lot of things going on, and it was the official tournament of Season 5. And, you know, the Zero tournament will be the last official tournament for Season 5, and it also will be the anniversary for One Piece Burning Blood. Before then, you will be seeing a lot of matches in One Piece Burning Blood with the new format for the Zero tournament. So, most used characters, or most seen characters used in Season 5 so far, has been Zoroshura, Sabo, and Marco. Now, something familiar with 2 of these characters, that both Sabo and Marco have kind of been seen on the most used block, but Marco has been kind of off and on in terms of most used. With the introduction of Hikiko coming in from Season 4 to Season 5, he's actually been playing as Marco quite a bit, and I believe people like Why Even Bother is actually selected Marco in the Let It Ride tournament, and Larez actually selected Marco as well in Let It Ride tournament. I don't know if Renoro, I can't remember if he actually plays Marco, but if he did, it was a good pick of Marcos happening in the Let It Ride tournament. Whitebeard was kind of non-existent in that terms, and Whitebeard is normally used as kind of like a counter fight pick against Marco, and he wasn't really popping up except with Alfie the King. So there's a lot of variety in terms of how Marco popped up in Season 4 and Season 5, and you know how he was really dominant in Season 1 and 2, but due to the influx of different players and stuff like that, his willfulness actually kind of declined. Now, just because Marco is here as one of the most used characters doesn't mean he appeared a bit. This is just because his usage is just that little bit higher than other characters like Law Duel, because Law Duel actually appeared quite a bit as well, and Franky also made quite an appearance, so you got to actually think about that in terms. Sabo has been one of the most utilized characters in One Piece Burning Blood, especially Season 4, due to, oh my bad, due to Larez, that my senpai, Shaheem, myself, have been playing against this character quite a bit. There's been a lot of mirror matches with Sabo, probably the most mirror matches I've ever seen any character in this game. And Zoroshura is kind of a weird pick. He popped up a lot in Season 5 Let It Ride tournament, as well as a couple of other matches in the community. And this character, like, literally, I can't really put my finger on exactly why he kind of appeared. I think it's like a preference pick for most people. So I can't really tell you exactly if because of his strengths or like, you know, opposing weaknesses or anything like that. I think literally people kind of use him as kind of rush-based point heavy character and sometimes an anchor due to his really good ultimate as well as his combo enders. So the characters that we know that we're definitely going to be seeing in the Season 5 tournament is probably going to be one of these three, or all of these three. But we're also going to be getting a Whitebeard pick, and we know how Ace actually kind of been popping up a lot as well. And also in terms of other least used characters, we have seen a little bit of Burgess being used. Burgess was used a little bit in Little Riot Tournament by 3 players, which actually showcased how strong he can truly be. Which is very surprising to actually see a Burgess actually appear that many times. But generally, those are kind of like the characters we're thinking about most used. Now, other characters in here will probably, you know, just definitely be shown, like, you know, Gifu Luffy, Kiji, Kuma, you know, Nico Robin. We had Nico Robin back in Little Riot Tournament, which is really surprising. The best part about the Little Riot Tournament and people who are using these lesser-known characters is they weren't just using the lesser-known characters to make a point and show how good they actually were. They were actually playing as the characters and actually excelling with the characters rather than just simply trying to show off, which is something I was like really happy to actually see in Little Riot Tournament. That's why we were able to see the blender actually happen with Nico Robin, and we were able to see Perona actually kind of make a little statement there. Even though it wasn't a really big statement, but I think we can all agree that one of the best lesser-known characters that we saw in the tournament, which was really surprising how good they did, was Usopp. Usopp did exceptional in the Little Riot Tournament against a multitude of characters. Me and Rohawk expressed how amazing this character was doing. He was being played with by Arena, who doesn't really pop up in our tournaments or any events that much, and so it was really surprising to see Usopp just kind of go in, just take out all these characters, and give everybody a run for their money. In terms of support usage, we have Rebecca, Kiros, and Sento. Now, Kiros has always been known as a beginner-level character support pick when you first start playing the game, but recently we have seen Kiros used by a multitude of players due to using that anchor carry-based teams, which is really not surprising, honestly, that Kiros and perhaps LeBron have actually been made as a statement for carrying on in Season 5 mid. Sento has actually been digressing a little bit ever since a couple of players have left the competitive scene here, and so we don't really see Sento all that often. Sento was normally used as a counter for dealing with Garp teams as well as strong Whitebeards and Sabo teams, but because those teams aren't really popping up as much, Sento isn't actually being used as much at all. Players are actually opting on using Goldie Roger and perhaps on going with Beepo, even Beepo has been digressing in terms of utility. In order for like most life gaining support, Cammy actually is probably one of the characters to use in that category, and then like I said, LeBron is probably a character you're actually going to be seeing the most as well. Now, Rebecca was only used by a few players at first, but she's also been blossoming with Bo Hancock, Bucky, as well as Garp. Using the ability to temporarily change all guards to flash guards has been giving a lot of players the utility they needed to actually make things happen. Bo Hancock, because Bo Hancock really has a hard time opening people up, but with that flash guard of hers, she does a very good job. But that was a support. So what we want to talk about now, after we explain all this, is we want to go into the rules for the new format, which is going to be happening in the next tournament, in this real tournament. So at this point, I kind of want to turn to this page here. Is everybody ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had to speed through that a little bit. So the Zero tournament is going to be very different. You can take the role as a solo player or take the role as a pair. As a pair, you play with 2 players, and as a solo, you of course play by yourself. The tournament my idea here is to get 4 solo players and to get 5 solo players and to get 3 pairs, just so we can have a little bit of variety in terms of the concept. So I kind of had a different ideas for what I wanted to do, but that best 2 out of 3, 3 out of 5, I want you to go ahead and take that out of your mindset. That is not here. There is no 2 out of 3. There is no 3 out of 5. It is all going to be based on lives. So when you get into a match with your opponent, whether it be 2 players or 1 player, you will have a certain amount of lives. As a solo player, you will have 5 lives altogether. As a pair, you will have 2 lives separated. And you're probably wondering, it's like, why would I play as a pair rather than play as a solo? And then we're going to get into that in just a few seconds. So as a pair, you are a little bit more restricted than a solo would be. As a pair, you must share at least one character. That being said, kind of like how I have Pirate 1 or Pirate Crew 1 and Pirate Crew 2, this is an example of like, one person on the team using Mariah, and then the second person on the team using Mariah. You have to share that character, and that character can never be switched, which means I need to know what that character is before the tournament actually begins. Now, pairs share the same amount of lives based on the match. Okay, so this one is kind of weird. So basically, if you're playing as a pair and you lose, a round, right? So now you have one life now because you're on a pair team. You are allowed to give your remaining life to your partner, or your partner can give a life to you. You can basically exchange, kind of like how you play Super Smash Brothers, and you can press the button to get the. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one person loses all their stock.
Yeah, you can give the person. Yeah, you will have that option. Okay. Now I did say at the beginning that you give your last life. That's not true. Only your partner who's not in battle can give you that extra life. So that is a way for you and your partner to kind of like navigate and team with each other. The whole purpose of being a pair is to do teamwork. You cannot play as a pair and not say shit to your friends. Okay, it has to be hand in hand.
Yes, you got to have communication. Yeah. So
the only advantage that a solo has over a pair is that they have an extra life, having 5 lives. Now, the thing that makes this really cool is that if you knock out a actually rewind that. Let me actually go to this first. All teams in the new format are going to be team locked. So, that being said, if I play in a tournament with my Chopper, Ace, and Hancock team, that means next match I'm playing throughout the tournament my Chopper, Ace, and Hancock team. But here's a little exception. So this is kind of like a thing I was thinking about in a previous tournament that we did. If you do switch out one of your characters in a round, like let's say I get Chopper and I switch him out with Blackbeard, you can't actually do that. Well, unless I do this. But so let's say he is switched out and I switch him out with Blackbeard. Now, even if I win that match, right, by the next match, I have to go back as my original Chopper, Ace, and Bo Hancock team, which means it's beginning of the tournament. I'm going to need everybody's initial team written down on like a Excel program or something, and we're going to keep track of all that. So, is team locked to an extent, basically. So, how this is going to benefit, pairs, is that pairs will technically have 2 teams, although one of their characters is shared. So, if a solo gets rid of one of the pairs in a match, now the other pair can come in and they have a whole new team. Now, because of this, guys, the solo player is allowed, once they win, to switch out 2 characters. So, that's going to be something, that's going to be especially unique when a pair comes in. You are allowed to switch out 2 characters. Was that 2? Oh, my bad. It was 1 character. You're only allowed to switch out 1 character. My bad. So you're allowed to switch out 1 character after you beat that first initial player in a pair. So, the pairs actually will not have that privilege. Even if the pair was going up against another pair, they will not be able to switch out their character after they win. That's only existing for a solo. That's a solo thing only. So the initial advantage of a pair is the fact that you have 2 teams, and it allows you to kind of like maneuver around what your opponent is going to be like, style is going to be. Because it's team locked, a solo player will have to actually really work in order to figure out what counter games he needs to actually play against these teams. Because he can just easily work to kill one part of the meta, but at the same aspect, one of your teammates or your pair can have a whole different counter for that. So, you guys get what I mean? Yes or no?
Yeah, we got it.
Yes, we got it.
Okay.
I was gonna say so.
Okay. I mean, you just made it weird for no reason. But the rules will be like, I really don't want to actually write the rules on Discord because I made a video for it, so I'm not going to do that. But I will tell you there is no bans. So just like in every tournament, there is no character being banned. There is no ban rules in the tournament. But I will guarantee you that in whatever team you make, you're going to have to think about some substitutions. That is probably going to be like a guarantee. Like you're gonna have to think about substitutions. You guys know what my substitutions, right? Does anybody have a question about substitutions?
No. I would get that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got that.
For the audience, a substitution in One Piece Brand Blood or anything is the act of taking out one of your characters to go up against certain counter picks. You know, like how basically I have the Pirate Crew 2, and whenever I'm going up against a character, going against a team that's more Logia oriented, I switch out Mariah and tag in Franky or Burgess, so that way I can kind of have that, you know, that push away that they actually give me. So that's basically it in terms of the rules. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can also put some in Discord. Actually, I actually prefer you if you just DM me and don't just public ask me a question. I prefer if you have a question, just DM me, and then I'll be able to, like, you know, answer that in a timely manner. Other than that, that's pretty much the wrap up here for the entire video. We have nothing else we have to discuss. Anybody have any questions regarding the rules for our new format? Or exactly what's going on? Oh yeah, I will say this as a pair, because the prize pool or where prize money is like a single digit, not single digit. Well, you know, it's like one thing. The pairs will split it.
Alright, next. It's gonna be like 50-50 in that case. Yeah,
it's gonna be 50-50. Yeah. So that's how that's gonna be. Okay. So any questions? No. Okay, awesome, good, cool. Oh, wait, what was the other thing? Since this is an anniversary tournament, we are doing questions. We are doing, you know, a little questionnaire or whatever. Like, you know, I forgot what it was called, trivia. We are doing One Piece trivia. So, just so everybody know, anniversary, there is going to be One Piece trivia. Registration has begun. Everyone who has registered, I told you guys this last time, but everyone who has registered are going to register for the Zero tournament. There will be format matches happening next week. I want to say next week, but I'm moving soon, and I don't know when I'll be able to start. This month, I might have to start beginning of December. But every player that has registered for this tournament or is going to register has to do a formatted match, like a demonstration match, so we can understand these rules. So, all familiar with that? We're going to be good.
That would help people understand the rules of the tournament if they did that. So yeah.
And if the same people got questions about it, it's okay to ask. Just don't wait until the tournament to ask me. I mean, I don't get mad about that, but I mean, I prefer you to ask me before.
So you don't ask the last minute. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Just don't ask the last minute.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't have any questions going on in the chat right now. Looks like everybody's kind of popped up. Nobody wants to. Y'all want to see anything? Nobody.
It seems they understand. So.
Y'all know, because Zero got 100% in his awakening. Everybody know that.
Yeah. Because his ultimate's like super fast.
Yeah.
So he can actually.
His ultimate is so fast. Yeah. After his swords, he can use his ult.
Yeah. Zero frame ult.
Yeah, and it's 100%. So,
no pluses either. So
no pluses.
I think like the sword combo, if you did like 4 basics, is like 40%, and then you use ultimate, or is it more than that?
It's more than that. It's more than that. I think it's 50%.
Okay, yeah, that's
50%. That's one of the highest damaging combos in the game. But okay, guys, see you later. And like always, oh wait, there's a comment. Someone saying hi. Can I join in? Join in what? The tournament?
That's the tournament. There ain't no room open.
If you want to join in the tournament, then just join our Discord.
Oh, the comeback.
I feel like he might be asking about the stream, actually.
Yeah, you did say people could come in and ask questions if they wanted to.
What? I did. I said anyone can come in and ask questions.
I think they meant like voice chat.
Oh.
You did say they can come in and voice their opinion, or.
Oh, I didn't mean it literally.
Oh. That's what I thought you meant.
Okay, he said I'm about to join Discord. Thanks. Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, he was talking about tournament.
okay. Well, yeah. There you go. Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, guys, see you later and enjoy playing. Oh yeah. You know what? Never mind. We won't talk about that. And enjoy playing One Piece Burning Blood.
Ciao.
See ya.